doing? Let's see, where is this thing? There we go. Nope. There we go. Yes. Yes, now you should be able to see me. Still low volume. Well, let me see. Oh, I see why the volume is low. The volume was all the way down. Is it loud enough now? Or is it blindingly, insanely loud? Either way is fine. How's everyone doing? Okay, so I can see myself now, and things seem to be working. Is it still? Yeah, volume is good. Yeah. Sorry, I just had the settings down. I'm still kind of a noob at this, so so trying to figure it out. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, that's the problem, right? Is it's not static. It's actually the fan on my laptop that you're hearing. Or it's the gain, using the gain from the microphone, because if I put the microphone too close, then all you hear is the fan. So, but very, very soon I'll have this damn new computer built, and and that should help a lot. So how's everyone doing today? It's nice to see you guys. Yeah, I have the boost on the mic because otherwise people say that it's too low. I can't win on my settings yet, but we'll get it figured out pretty soon. So yeah, I am back from PAX. I'm a little bit stuffed up, a little bit what do you call it? Congested still, but we've got to ask you about last night. Seriously though. Well, let me pour some scotch first, so we can get this party started. Yeah, Druid's Fire is still recovering from PAX. So today I am drinking Lagavulin, which is actually one of my favorite scotches, and I have the thing hidden, so I have no idea if you can see it. Yeah, there we go. This is absolutely one of my favorite scotches. It's very, very smoky, kind of painful to drink at times, but I really, really enjoy it. So for everyone who's drinking and everyone who's not, cheers, guys. It's great to be back. Sorry I didn't stream last week. We did have this little PAX thing going on, and so that's why I was out. And as some of you have noted, I did acquire a bobblehead version of myself, which is one of the most disturbing gifts I've ever received. But I mean, holy crap! Like, we did an influencer event with, let's see, well, with a bunch of streamers like Co Carnage was there, Elohim, Geekdomo, a few other folks, Retina Burn, and some of the evil geniuses. A guy from Extra Credits, 10 Ton Hammer, I see Skyla's in the chat, hello. Curse, Jinx, all kinds of cool folks showed up. And Curse, I guess they've been working on this thing for months, gave it to me then. So that was massively, massively weird and surreal. But... coughed it. No, there won't be a bobblehead giveaway. Unfortunately, right now there's just the one bobblehead actually, so I can't really give that away. It's priceless. But I hear the Geekdomo and some folks are working on an additional bobblehead and actually planning to produce that one. Yeah, Paradox James from Extra Credit. I can't remember his last name offhand. But he is a really cool dude. We spent a fair amount of time chatting, and it was a lot of fun. Oh, Ko is just following me now. Well, sometimes Ko is late to the party. He's a very busy guy. He's got a lot of irons in the fire. We're not gonna hold it against him that he's just following me now. It's more flattering that he is than anything else. Oh, hey Chris, how you doing? Chris is also a streamer who's really awesome. If you guys aren't following him. one thing I love about my chat and actually Landmark Live is just the amount of high quality streamers that are in the channel. So definitely feel free, don't spam it, but definitely feel free to identify yourself if you're a streamer, so that people can. A co-bomb. Hey guys, how you doing? Nice to see you. So hopefully Co told you who I am so that you're not completely confused as to why you're here. But my name is Omid Daryani. I'm the senior brand manager of the EverQuest franchise. That's all the EverQuest games and Landmark. I typically do this stream on Saturdays, right around 4. And it's mostly just me hanging out with folks, having drinks, generally drinking scotch while we're talking. And, because I've been in the game industry for a long time, and the entertainment industry for a long time, we tend to just talk about whatever people want. Like talking about how to get in the game industry, what's going on in the game industry. Of course, EverQuest Next and Landmark, very popular topics. My mods are typically giving out some various gifts, like they'll be giving out lunar anklets today. As fellow Scotch drinker McAllen and Glenlivet, that deserves a follow. Yeah, well, right now I'm drinking Lagavulin, but yeah, I have quite a few Glenlivets. Hope the love seat isn't empty. Well, it's funny too because I got this bobblehead Drac from Curse. They made me this bobblehead at PAX. They gave it to me at PAX, and I was like, oh, finally I'll have someone to sit on the love seat with me. It's myself, but it's better than nothing. And then frickin' Dexella took it to have over at the desk so she could hit it when she didn't like what I was saying. Hey pal, how you doing? I'm doing all right. Still recovering a little bit from PAX. Still have like a little bit of congestion, but otherwise doing great. How are you doing? Oh, Paradox, you sat on the love seat? Oh, that's awesome. Paradox came by the office a couple weeks ago, right before PAX, and got a tour. And that was really cool. I didn't actually get to spend too much time with him, but I bumped into him again at PAX East, and so that was pretty cool. But he's an awesome dude, and we do that kind of thing too. So if you're in the San Diego area, we can't guarantee it or anything, but if you just send us a note saying that you're in town and you'd like to get a tour, we can sometimes accommodate tours, and it's pretty cool too because we have all kinds of fun stuff laying around the office. Pal, the office is in San Diego. It's in an area called Mira Mesa, so it's sort of like central San Diego, like up a little bit north of downtown. But so many people. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And definitely, if you're not following the channel, I appreciate it if you follow. Co is one of my favorite streamers. I actually have gotten to know him a little bit and met him for the first time at PAX East, which was pretty cool. And really, really excited that he and his wife are planning to come out to SOE Live, so we'll get to hang out more there. Yeah, and thanks everyone for following. Typically, I try to call out the names as they follow, but there are quite a lot of them at the moment. Definitely appreciate it. Storm Talker, what's with all the cough medicine behind you? This is my medicine. I do my streams in my medicine room, and it's scotch. It's all scotch. I love scotch, and I like to collect things. I've been collecting things my whole life. From baseball cards to magic cards, Pokemon, whatever could be collectible has been collected, and now what do you call it? Now that I've started drinking scotch, I just collect that too. And hey, Co is in the chat. How you doing, man? It's weird to have the shoe on the other foot. Normally, I'm the one hanging out in Co's channel. So great to have you here, and cheers, man. Alliant says, what's your favorite scotch? I like the Lagavulin Distillers Edition, 1991. I actually have that one. I love that. It is also excellent. I almost was drinking that today, but I just decided, I hadn't had the regular Lagavulin in quite a while, so I decided to drink that. But definitely, that's excellent taste in scotch. And cheers, guys. And I love talking about scotch, too. as well as games. Co is on his drink break now. Well, no cigar to smoke with the scotch. No Phantasm. I typically only smoke cigars when there's something to celebrate. Like I'll smoke a cigar at SOE Live. There's a very awkward photo of me that I'm sure someone can link out from SOE Live last year, where I'm wearing clown pants, a smoking jacket, and smoking a cigar and drinking a beer. And that was right after we had announced EverQuest Next, which went really well. So yeah, we try not to smoke them too often because they're a little rough on my lungs and stuff like that. But I definitely do enjoy a cigar every once in a while. Yeah, thank you guys so much for following. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I try to stream I really can only stream on the weekends right now, as I work for Sony Online on the EverQuest games and on Landmark, and it's super busy, so just don't really have time to stream during the week. But I really do enjoy streaming, so I have been doing it as often as I can. Definitely appreciate the follows and love to see the people coming in. One of the things that I really like about Ko's channel, and one of the reasons that I joined the coalition, is that the way that he treats his audience and the way his audience treats him, I think is super positive. And I love the dialogue, like the conversation. I mean, he's got like 2,000-3,000 people on the channel like all the time, and still manages to have like a very interesting, engaging conversation with folks. And so I really am trying to also have that in my channel with my viewers, and it's going really well so far. Oh yeah, there it is. Cody just linked that picture. Monkey Overlord says, "You guys busy at SOE? You act like you have 2 major games coming out." Well, we have 3 actually. We just announced H1Z1 too. So we've got Landmark, EverQuest Next, and H1Z1. Plus, PlanetSide 2 and DCUO are both doing really well. But yeah, it's crazy right now, and with the announcement of H1Z1 has really like energized the office, and has been a lot of fun. And we do everything super fast, and so this is another one of those things where it's going really fast, it's going crazy. We're having a lot of fun, sort of putting a little bit out there at a time and seeing what people think. But yeah, you guys all saw the live stream last week. That was really cool. It was like the second biggest stream on Twitch when it was happening. So that was awesome. Rick says, "Is there a job opening for H1Z1 brand manager?" No, we actually have a brand manager for it, unfortunately for you. But yeah. Josh asks, "What do I do at SOE?" I'm the senior brand manager for the EverQuest franchise and for Landmark. So what that means is any of the public-facing stuff, any of the, I work with a large team of people, but like all the communication strategy, the community strategy, the advertising, the marketing, the art, the videos, the live streams, all of that stuff goes through my team. And, there's a lot of people that work on it who are awesome. We have a great PR manager named Ben Conrad. We have a wonderful community manager named Colette Dexella. And yeah, so it's pretty incredible. Pal, why don't you send me a message about it, because I won't be able to deal with it on while we're on the stream. But we can certainly, since you're in the area, probably the best thing to do would be we can, the next time we're actually going to have a larger tour group, just sort of add you to that group. But yeah, we can get you on the list for that without any problem. How you doing, Sleepy One? Don't forget Dave. Yeah, Extract says, don't forget Dave Georgeson, the director of development, and the entire development team, to be honest, is part of our communication strategy. They're doing just a tremendous job, I feel like, being out there. I mean, Dave streams on his own as well. It's pretty awesome. Skyla says, "Dave, Ben, and Omid together are a force to be reckoned with." Skyla may be able to tell some good stories. We hung out a bit at PAX East. It was the first time that I had met her, and I had a lot of fun. Hopefully, she had fun too. But yeah, it was a good time, and the folks at 10 Ton Hammer and EQ Hammer are super awesome. If you guys don't check those sites out, you definitely should. Let's see. What's going on with the Briggs server on PS2? I have no idea, Corona. I'm sorry, I don't work on PlanetSide 2. So, yeah, best bet is probably just to tweet at that and throw Terry in and things get crazy. Yeah, Terry is awesome. Terry's actually he's out this week because he's getting married, which is super cool. He's been he's been like dating his fiance for quite a while, and they just haven't, with launching Landmark and stuff like that, haven't had time to take off to, get married and do it right. So they finally put together the time next week, so we're all really excited. Have I tried the Greek scotch called Mextaka? No, I haven't. I had no idea that there was even Greek whiskey. Skyla says, I had fun even if I am the, quote, human equivalent of banished. What does that even mean? That does sound like something I probably said. How can I drink scotch so fast? Well, the key is you drink small amounts of it a lot so that you constantly have the nice flavor in your mouth. Does the Landmark server hit me? Not this patch, but it went down to 40 FPS. Yeah, that does sound like the Landmark server hates you. It might be personal. Legendary asks about the dates on Caves, Water, and Combat, and Dave is actually putting together right now, like over this weekend, a better sense of the schedule for everybody, because we just want to make sure that everyone understands when we're planning on things to happen. And right now there's a lot of things that are a little bit hazy. So thanks for all the follows, guys. I do really appreciate it. You can definitely follow me on Twitch. You can also follow me on Twitter. And if you like scotch, you can always feel free to buy me a drink, and there's details on that below as well. But definitely follow me on Twitch and on Twitter. My Twitter feed gets kind of weird because people are constantly doing strange things to me, like making bobbleheads of me, or yesterday actually I was doing a guest lecture at NYU via Skype for their game design courses. And while I had my door shut to do the lecture, a whole bunch of folks at work started just wallpapering my door with pictures of me that had been used to prank one of our other coworkers a few days ago. So now my entire door is completely covered in pictures of me, which is pretty strange. And again, there's pictures of that on Twitter, so there's a lot of strange photos of me appear on Twitter now. Druid's Fire was really excited about the plan Dave told me regarding the addition of water to the game. Yeah, that's the good thing about, actually getting out to PAX and hanging out with us, is that there is some amount of chat that happens with people. Yeah, it looks like Cody just linked that picture too. And you guys should definitely also follow Cody and Zaitsev, who are my moderators and do a great job. I think Cody is going to give out some lunar anklets as we go, but I'm going to let him just manage that. But they also both stream, and they're both pretty cool guys, so definitely toss them a follow as well. Question about the bottleneck item Stonewood Compound Bowl in EQ's Plane of War progression. Was the idea was making a bottleneck like that, or was it a mistake planned as a way to keep people from overpopulating? I'm actually not sure, Clobber. What you should do for that question is tweet to Akil Hooper, who's our creative director for EverQuest, and he would be the perfect person to answer it. I think we should have an Omid switch on the water that turns it to scotch. I think we should all have that switch, Gemma. Do people here need lunar anklet keys? That's a great question, Cody. If you guys need lunar anklet keys, let us know. Hey, Vic PR. How are you doing? Yeah, Cody, which wine did you get? One of the things that has been really entertaining for me about this stream is, I think because I am drinking scotch on the stream, other people tend to drink while they watch the stream. which is pretty entertaining. I know a few people have various drinking games that they've put together for it as well. The Omid Switch. So yeah, like I said, I'm happy to answer questions or discuss anything you want. I will probably actually start playing some Hearthstone fairly soon once I get it set up. Oh, and I just got a donation from Spinner912. Thank you very much, sir. Let's see. Yeah. What exactly is a lunar anklet? That's a great question. So a lunar anklet is an item in Landmark that you can pretty much only get by watching streamers or following us on Twitter, that sort of thing. We actually created it custom for, hey Devil May Strike, how you doing? We created it custom for giving out to streamers, just to encourage people to watch streams, because we really think that Twitch is the way that people get their news about games, and we want people watching Landmark streamers, and we want people to stream Landmark. So lunar anklets are an exclusive permanent item in the game that you're really only going to be able to get for the next couple weeks, and then we're going to retire them. And you're only going to be able to get them through these giveaways. And basically what it does is, it's an item, it makes you jump a little bit higher, and it's pretty cool. TTH Tuck says, curious to know if when Landmark is further along, they'll add a couple of kingdoms. One ruled by Mad King Georgeson and the other by King Omid, leader of the Onad army. One would hope, Tuck. That would be pretty awesome. But you know, one of the great things about Landmark is you can go ahead and make that. You don't have to wait for us to do it. Amusing says, hey Omid, I recently got into streaming Landmark and was wondering how I get involved with the giveaways that other streamers are doing. Well, so we have a program that we call the Insider Program, and it's available for, you know, there's criteria for it, right? Like, it has to do with, you know, the amount you stream, the subject matter of your stream, and the, you know, volume of people involved. But we use that to do most of our giveaways. But if you send me a note, you know, just a Twitch message, like telling me a little bit more about your stream and that sort of thing, then I can get that process started for you. Oh, sure thing, Canders. Yeah, of course, we love doing event shout-outs on the live streams. You know, we're actually talking about, you know, more formally figuring out how we get events into every one of our live streams. The drinking game is to take a drink every time you hear what. Yes, and then you'd be dead. Well, I know some people have tried to play the drinking game of taking a drink every time I take a drink, and I don't think that's going that well for them. Vic asks, in the future, will we be able to craft the outfit at the marketplace? Do you mean the ones that are being sold in the marketplace right now? Yeah. Oh, another, oh, Skylar, are you drinking Glenlivet 12? Because then I'm very proud of you, because that's a good choice. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with catch up with the chat, and I believe someone has suggested that that's a good drinking game for this channel. Every time I say I'm trying to catch up with the chat, it's a good time to take a drink. Indian Feather, also just send me some details on your stream, and we'll figure it out. When the boots get retired, is the code to redeem them, or are the items going to go away? Artkeeper asks. Artkeeper, we're going to stop giving out the codes. So if you had a code, it'll still work, but we're just going to stop distributing them, and we'll start distributing a new code for a new item that we haven't announced yet. Yes, Canders. Oh yeah, it was you that came up with this drinking game. I am catching up on the chat. There should be an Omid race to play in Landmark. Let's see. Wick says, "Can you outline the basics of those rules?" It's really case by case. A few different people look at the channels to make the determination. It's kind of like the Twitch partnership program. There is a lot of subjectivity in it. We're really looking for channels that feel like they're adding a positive, entertaining thing to Landmark in general. We're also really looking for people who are kind of well set up, either in having a lot of followers and a lot of engagement, or really just sort of have their act together, right? Like people who are just brand new streamers, we want them to get a little bit better at streaming before we add them to the program, because the program takes us a fairly significant amount of time to track everything, to put things in databases, to deal with all the troubleshooting of it. We're still even developing the program, so it's got bugs in it and that sort of thing. Dilandry asks, how did I get into the video game business? Well, it's a story that I do tell occasionally on the stream, which is that I wouldn't be in the video game industry if I hadn't stepped in a bowl of ramen noodles. Which is actually what happened, but I got to catch up on the chat a little bit more before I could do that. Oh, Vis Gaming is here. Hello, Vis. Another wonderful streamer and member of our Insider program. You should definitely follow him if you're not. Let's see. So, Vic, I don't know if we're going to actually add crafting to the outfits that are in the store right now. We may down the road, but it's not currently planned. Evami says, which Magic projects were you a part of? So the very first thing that I did in my career is I started the website starcitygames.com. So if you're a Magic player, you may be familiar with that site. They actually have one of the top streams on Twitch right now. I was hired by Wizards of the Coast to work on Sideboard Magazine and the Sideboard website that eventually became MagicTheGathering.com. And I, did playtesting and a little bit of help and editing kind of work on several of the sets. Oh, EQN Knights, that's excellent. I'm sure you guys will make it into the Insider program. Did I miss Omid's story about the goat? Ara said to ask. No, I actually haven't told that story on the stream before, Dave. I actually am meaning to, below the channel, I have a few stories that I'll tell when people buy me a drink. But I've been meaning to update that because I actually have just tons and tons of stories that could go there. So I'm working on a Google Doc for that. Oh, thank you, Devil May Strike. It says we're so close to 2K followers. Thanks. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys coming in, and I appreciate Ko for sending a whole bunch of folks my way. I assume you guys are all following Ko, but if you're not, you should definitely do that. I think he's for sure my favorite streamer, and he's a really good dude. And I really like to meet people in person and just see, because sometimes people who are personalities are actually just scumbags and they just know how to be a personality. It was really cool to see that Ko is actually just a good dude. That made me really happy. So I'm so excited that they're coming out to SOE Live. Did I get Terry a Omid bobblehead so he wouldn't miss me at the wedding? That was a great idea, Stone. I probably should have just loaned him my bobblehead so that so he wouldn't be lonely. I did tell him if he has any wedding night questions that he could send me a text and I'll help him out. Alright, let me see about catching up on chat. Afro Spice. Oh, hey, Afro Spice. You're the one who doesn't know what juggalos are, right? How do streamers get into the program? Basically, the easiest way to do it is just send me an email or send me a Twitch message, and I'll check on your stream afterwards and get you going in the process. I don't actually make the decisions on who gets into the program myself, but I can definitely get that process started for you. And Ara is here. Hello, Ara. It was fun, yeah. Ara and I hung out last night, played some Cards Against Humanity, had some sushi, told some stories. It was pretty fun. I was sad that I didn't get to meet her when she came into the office because we were still out from from our trip to London. But it was cool to hang out. And she lives like not that far away from me. So maybe we'll hang out again in the future. My dog loves to listen to you talk, Omid. He sits here and stares at the screen. It's odd. Yeah, I found that dogs find me mesmerizing. I think it's because, I'm barely able to speak English correctly, and so they can kind of understand what I'm saying. My favorite part of PAX. My favorite part of PAX was definitely our little influencer get-together down in Lucky's Bar, which is, if you live in Boston, it's just one of the sketchiest places you can imagine. And, just getting everybody together, getting to meet new folks. And really, I think the overarching theme is the thing I love the most about PAX and the thing I love most about SOE Live is the opportunities where we get to meet people who are excited about, what we're excited about and just talk to them. And so every time that happened at PAX, which was a lot of times, that was a lot of fun. Co says, "Don't let this man fool you. I'm a total scumbag." All right, well, I was trying to be nice, but yeah, Co is a scumbag. You should definitely not follow him. And then Lil Jon's like, "What?" Yeah, Co is a great dude and deserves all his success. That is absolutely true. It looks like Cody is passing out codes in chat. These are for Lunar Anklets. You can paste those in at landmarkthegame.com to get your Lunar Anklet. They will go super, super fast in the chat, but if you don't have one, I highly recommend it. And if you do have one and try to paste that in there, it won't do anything, so don't even bother. Hi, Poro Sorceress. How you doing? Poro Sorceress also streams, and you should definitely follow her as well. Actually, it seems like about 15% of the people in here stream, so you should probably just all follow each other. You can use the Omid bobblehead on top of Terry's wedding cake. It's funny because the first time I saw one of these fairly creepy bobbleheads was one of my very good friends and his wife got them for the top of their wedding cake, and for whatever reason, the face on my friends made him look like a televangelist. He looked kind of disturbing. I think because he was in the tuxedo and stuff like that. Alright, let me try to catch up with the chat. So that's another drink for Candra's Mayhem. What? Pal asks, who decided to go to Lucky's? That was actually me, because we were looking for a place that was a little bit out of the way, because we didn't want, random people to start showing up. We really kind of wanted to keep it a small event, focused on, sort of meeting the streamers that we wanted to talk to, introducing them to, our partners like Curse and that sort of thing. We didn't want it to turn into a big crazy party. Like last year we did a community event. We just did it right in the West End because we wanted everyone to just come in and, grab a beer. But we really wanted this one to be a little bit more of an industry event. So Lucky's is really cool because if you're into indie games in Boston, there's a really cool indie game studio called the Buku Lofts that's right down the street. It's 2 blocks away from Lucky's. And they do all kinds of cool events there for the indie community in Boston. So I have gone to those a lot when I lived in Boston. And, if you get there early or you want to do something after they kind of close down, then Lucky's is sort of the place to go. Cheap drinks, sketchy food. What else do you want? What part of Dexella's finger was being used to flick your bobblehead on the live stream? Just the tip. Oh man, that's a good joke. I am probably going to use that joke on one of these live streams if she continues to abuse my bobblehead. Did I see the Lazy Town Lil Jon mashup? No, I definitely need to see that. Can you tweet that to me, please? That sounds awesome. And if you guys have questions or anything you want to talk about, just put it in the chat. One thing I love about my chat is that the people in it are actually very well informed about Landmark, about EverQuest Next, about the game industry in general. So even just the conversation in the chat is as good as anything that I'm going to say. Sometimes I get distracted just trying to read the chat. Oh, good. I crochet. You think the bobblehead is creepy? I crochet dolls and animals, and I'm halfway through an Omid doll. You're welcome. Great. I can't wait to see that. Somebody in the office who actually designs custom Muppets, I found out completely randomly, is apparently working on one for me, because that makes me super happy because I love the Muppets. So the idea of having an Omid Muppet is pretty much a lifelong dream. You should all follow each other. Now that's when it's getting creepy. I was just trying to cut out the middleman, Trombley. Well, Poro, it sounds like you might be in luck if you're looking to buy Omid dolls. AA Dick says, will there be something to fast switch between outfits and jewelry in Landmark? Almost certainly. I'm sure we'll have like outfit templates like that are swappable eventually. It's just not a high priority at the moment. We have so much other stuff that we've got to get into the game first. But yeah, that kind of optimization thing, or just convenience feature, we're definitely going to have them. It's just a question of when. The wings at Lucky's are amazing. Yeah, I didn't actually eat. I didn't eat very much of anything. When I go to those events, I tend to be just like jumping around so much that I sort of forget to eat. I don't think I ate anything until we went out to sushi. Burke Dave says, at SOE Live, will it be hard to get some face-to-face time with you, or will you be easy to get a drink for and pick your brain? At different times of day, the answer is it will be easy, and at different times of day, it will be impossible. One of the things that's really interesting about SOE Live is that pretty much everyone who works at Sony Online goes, and most of us are working. So we mostly have 8 or 10 hours worth of stuff that we've got to get done during the day, whether that's doing panels or making sure that that John Smedley has the PowerPoint presentation he needs to do his presentation, doing rehearsals with Dave to make sure that we're happy with the presentation on stage, making sure that all the tech is working, getting videos approved by our legal department, tweeting things out, all that stuff that has to get done to run the event. We're all doing it. So at times, we're just super, super busy. But like for me personally, I almost don't sleep at SOE Live. I think both of the last 2 years that I've gone, I've probably slept a total of 8 to 10 hours for the entire event. So the later it gets in the day, the easier it is to find me, because I also become less mobile. The more tired I get and the more I've been drinking, and the more ability there is to actually just sit down and spend time. Because it's absolutely, and for everybody, it's one of their favorite things, to actually just be able to sit down, have conversations, with a whole bunch of people, and just chat through stuff. Am I going to find an equally sketchy place in Vegas? Well, the good thing about Vegas is that it's not hard to find equally sketchy places. But, I mean, for the most part, we just stick in the Planet Hollywood because that's where the event is. And, the casinos are also huge. And we want to stay where the players are and where everybody is. That way there's, more opportunity for, pickup conversations and bumping into people and that sort of thing. Oh man, I'm way behind on the chat. I'm seeing the custom Muppet stuff. This Gaming says, I'm a San Diegoan. My girlfriend and I recently moved here. I was wondering if you know of any local game conferences or chill spots to meet gamers. Well, Comic-Con is coming up. That's a huge, huge thing. There's WonderCon in Anaheim that's going on right now. It's more an anime thing, but it certainly caters to the group. There's all kinds of game nights and that sort of thing around. I'm not the best person in the world on those, but if you send me a message about it, I can definitely point you in the right direction with some folks. Candors, when are you gonna have pictures of this doll? I'm very curious to see it now. Vic asks, any word on combat? Dave Georgeson is actually putting together an update to the roadmap that has some a little bit better dates on those sorts of things. But yeah, I mean, it's coming along. Arius says, what about races other than human in Landmark? Is that coming anytime soon? It's actually something we've been discussing a lot internally lately, because as as Landmark is like growing past being EverQuest Next, just EverQuest Next Landmark, the question becomes, what is it, right? And if we just put dwarves and Karens and dark elves into the game, right, it just starts to feel a lot like EverQuest Next. So we're actually really in the middle of a debate over what makes sense for other races in Landmark. So yeah, we don't have an answer for that, but it's somewhere between human only and unlimited races. So we're really, really, it's really an interesting conversation. I can't get too much more into it because we're so early in the conversation about where that's going to go. What are the chances of a Little Omid vanity pet in Landmark or Next? I don't know. I would say the odds in Landmark are higher than in Next. But if that's the sort of thing you want, I always suggest that you tweet it to Terry Michaels, because he loves it when people bug him with putting oatwork in the game. Lord Viper asks, any thoughts about extending the amount of days bankable on claims? Yeah, and it's something that we started talking about recently. We're going to have a whole bunch of ways for you to get the ability to pay for additional time. We just haven't put the system in, but it'll work a lot like if you have Dropbox, the way that there's like a million different ways to get like an extra day, added to your, an extra, half gig added to your account. Adding days will work like that. We want to make sure that people are actually playing, and so for people who are playing and sort of getting the achievements and that sort of thing, we don't mind at all for them to have longer upkeeps. All right, let me see if I can catch up with the chat. And, thank you guys so much for the excellent questions. I really, one of the reasons that it goes slow is that I want to answer the questions thoroughly, because you guys are asking really good questions, and I hate to just say, yeah, no, who cares, when you're asking such good questions. So I do get behind a little bit. I remembered and logged in with my username and password from Swig. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, Poro, for tweeting me the Lil Jon mashup. I'm very excited. I don't know why, but I really, really like Lil Jon. It's kind of crazy. Pick up conversations. Are you looking for a date? No. What I mean is, when there's like several developers around, right? Like I was talking to, at the last SOE Live, I was talking to the guy who won the My EQ Story contest, and just meeting him and chatting with him a little bit, and he started talking about PlanetSide and how he had some balance concerns and that sort of thing. And I look over and Matt Higbee is just standing over here. I was like, dude, let's go talk to Matt Higbee about this. I think that you'd be more interested in doing that than talking to me, right? And he's like, absolutely. So we just go over like, hey Matt, this dude won the EQ Story contest. He's cool. He wanted to chat with you about some stuff. And then those guys had like a 40-minute conversation. And that sort of thing can't happen if we're all over the city, right? Did I see the thread on gender identity in the forums on Landmark? And if so, how much did you hate it? I didn't see that. If you send me the link to it, I'll definitely take a look, though. Yeah, and this, I have the absolute guy you need to meet. He will know every single meetup or every single game night, that sort of thing around, and I'm sure he is always eager to have new folks in the fold. So I think we can help you out. The Omid doll has an optional cat suit. Great. This is getting better and better. I have the naked Omid doll right now. I'm working on outfits. Yeah, now this stream is getting good and creepy. Yeah, and your Skype message is absolutely after the stream. We'll chat about it and get you all set for SOE Live. I'm really excited, and we'll make sure that you get taken care of. Omi got to watch me remote into my gaming rig at home and do my upkeep while I was watching Dave's interview at PAX. Yep, that was pretty cool. What? Can we get a hint to what the next redeemable code will be for? Not yet. And if you guys remember when we were announcing the Lunar Anklet, I totally would have told you guys what it was here on the stream if you had tricked me into it. I know that one of the reasons that folks like hanging out here is because, since I'm drinking, and the more I drink, the more likely it is that I will slip up on something. But yeah, I would say the odds are that you'll figure out what the next item is from me on one of these streams before anywhere else. But only if you do a good job with the questions and the drinks. Thank you guys so much for all the follows. Super appreciate it. If you aren't following me, follow me on Twitter and Twitch. All the information is down below the stream. Super appreciate it. I'm still fairly new to streaming and really enjoying it. The conversation in a nutshell. Omid is a brand manager. Drinking. Story. PAX. SOE Live. Bobblehead. Doll. Creepiness. Drinking. Yeah, that pretty much sums up this channel. I was also going to play some Hearthstone, but, as usual, get kind of caught up in the chat, which is totally fine with me. Actually, just finished I wanted to start a new arena run. I just finished another one, 11-3, right before this. And I'm so annoyed because I still haven't gotten a 12 win on Arena yet, but I've had like 5 or 6 11-3s. Is it possible for the paint tool to only paint voxels that have one or more faces exposed so it can be used to paint large selections but not internal visible voxels? Rukak, that's a great suggestion. I'm sure it's something we'll do if we can do it. It's one of those optimization things, I think. Paradox Moose asks, one topic on the official forums was it felt like you had to break the game in order to build things worthwhile in Landmark. Recently, the zero voxels were made easier. What other tools may we expect to make our lives easier? Well, basically, anytime players discover something like, anti-voxels or micro-voxels or something like that, we go back and reevaluate all the tools and how they work with them to figure out how much we can incorporate those into the game. So, all that stuff that you guys are making happen, and see you later, Chris, all those things that you guys are making happen, we're then going to optimize and, make more of a part of the design. Arborhawk, yeah, we'll have an achievement system before open beta. I'm 99% sure. Internally, would you like to be in a position by SOE Live to talk more about EverQuest next? Absolutely. I think we're gonna have good stuff to talk about EverQuest next at SOE Live, for sure. I'm really excited about that. Will there be a colorblind mode for people who can't see the colors? I'm pretty sure, Xandor, we've been talking about it a fair amount. Again, it's just one of those things that, it has to go into the priority list. This is the most unique and awesome PR gig ever. Thank you, IQ Ripper. No, it's actually not a PR gig. Like, I really have enjoyed the fans for EverQuest Next and for Landmark, and I've been really enjoying streaming. And as we recognized that Twitch was really a venue that we wanted to support, and not just say, hey, we like Twitch, but actually support people on Twitch, we really needed to understand, or we need to understand what people on Twitch want and what they need to do. And the best way to do that is to be on Twitch, right? So basically me and Dave and a few other people have, in our personal time, like, taken it upon ourselves to start to stream and start to, like, meet streamers and start to meet people who watch streams and try to figure out what makes Twitch tick and what makes people excited when they're here. And so, yeah, it's been super, super fun. And yeah, as Fandor says, you never get to gaming. Yeah, I almost never get to play games on my stream, but that's completely okay with me, because I would much rather just talk with you folks and see what you guys think. I can play games, basically anytime. But, if I ever, my rule is basically, if I ever get caught up with the chat, then I start to play. And yeah, I've got Hearthstone loaded up. What class do I play in Hearthstone? Well, so for Constructed right now, I really like Warlock. I have a very aggressive Warlock deck. It's actually one that Elohim gave me. And then I also have a mid-range Warlock deck that I built myself. And both of those have done pretty well for me. I haven't had as much time to play, but I think I usually get into the single-digit ranked. I think right now I'm ranked 12. And then in Arena, I definitely, I love playing Paladin, Mage, Shaman. Yeah, I think those three primarily. But, that's mostly because they're the strongest ones. Why do I have a 2-minute delay on the stream? It's actually not a 2-minute delay. It's that I'm probably about 2 minutes behind reading the chat because I'm trying to answer the questions sort of in detail. Will more modern style props be included in the future? Absolutely. We're going to be designing props for sort of all different genres and styles. And that's, kind of part of this discussion of, since Landmark is becoming more than just EverQuest Next, we have to support, the science fiction stuff that we're seeing, the Western stuff we're seeing, and all this other new stuff people are making. And what does that mean, and how do we best do it? Hey, Telangelo, nice for you to show up. Will the legendary Trailblazer pick ever have an upgrade option or something? Yes. We're working on making those picks more useful for a longer term, because when we designed them, we thought that they would work differently than they ended up working in the game. So yeah, we definitely want it to be so that you can use your Trailblazer pickaxe throughout the entire game and have it be really relevant. But it's going to take us a little while to get that in. When will you guys give us an option to turn off that damn drop-down claim box? Aren't you guys irritated by it too? I certainly am, and I've brought it up a few times. And different people on the team feel differently about it. Some people just say, yeah, I don't care. And then some people have noticed it. So it's certainly one of the topics that's up for debate. What he's talking about is, like, up top there's, the drop down with all your claim information. It says, like, so-and-so's claim and a little bit about it. When you're building, it can be kind of annoying because, like, when you get, you put the mouse up towards the top, it can tag that and drop it back down and get in your way. When is the distilling patch going live in Landmark? I want to make scotch. Oh man, I wish. Yeah, I wish the answer was soon, but I don't know that we're actually going to ever do that. Hearthstone on iPad. Yeah, it's not even a question. It's just a fact. I love having Hearthstone on the iPad so much. How does it feel to have your name constantly turned into any verb that sounds good with an O in front of it? Do you think we can convince Apple to change their line of phones to O phones? Well, maybe if I go work at Apple, we can start talking about that. No, it's weird. It's cool. It's fun when I think the guy Minecraft WB always says, "Omid is amazing," And yeah, it turns out it's pretty easy to just change any word to have an O in front of it. I like the idea of swap meets, but I think it will end in tears when people start seeing things they've made in Player Studio. I mean, that could be the case, Rukak, but the other piece of that is no one's going to buy that stuff off Player Studio because you can get it in swap meets, right? Like, it's like, it's basically free. So, they're not going to do well in the Player Studio. So even if people put them up, it's not, not really going to be that big a deal, I don't think. Do you think the item replacing the lunar anklet for giveaways will be something other than a grappler or accessory? Well, I can't talk about it just yet, Legendary or a Toxin. What do I like most about playing the Shaman? That's a good question. There is certainly something that I like most about playing the Shaman. I think it's the just tremendous, and talking about it in Hearthstone, the tremendous amount of removal that they have, and the fact that everything's dirt cheap because of the overload mechanic lets you do all kinds of fun stuff that you can't get away with in the other colors or other classes. Can I explain what the new upgrading will be like? Unfortunately, I can't explain it well. I've had it explained to me a couple times, and it's one of those things where when it's been described to me, it's been described in very game design heavy terms, and I don't want to get anything wrong and confuse anyone. But basically, like, right now when you create something, there's this huge randomness to what you get. And the upgrading system is going to reduce the randomness down and then give you some choices in which direction you want to take the items. Hey there, food. I notice you. Yeah, Fandor. Paladins are really strong in Arena in Hearthstone. They're actually possibly the best class, just because their unique ability of just making 1/1 guys is really, really strong. And, they just have good cards overall. Will landmark characters have abilities like magic? Yeah, landmark characters are certainly going to have some amount of abilities. They may come through their equipment rather than, through like a class. But yeah, I mean, we've been talking about things like, will there be guns in Landmark? Already like the grappling hook kind of has some of those effects, but I don't think we're going to have like wizards in Landmark or anything like that. Good night, Trombley. Thanks for stopping by. Are there any plans for a streamer Hunger Games? If so, will you be my stylist? I don't think we have any plans formally to do the Hunger Games, but I think that you guys should definitely organize the Hunger Games. With Player Studio right around the corner, are we maybe going to get a prop studio as well? Yes, but not as soon. The first thing we're going to put into Player Studio is the templates. Your ability to package up the templates in the game and sell those. And then the next thing that we're probably going to add is the props. And that's just because the props require, an external tool like Maya or something like that. It's much less accessible, and we want to get the broader community excited about it first. Wonder what rating SOE is trying for on the game for release. It's unclear. I mean, as a PC game, it doesn't, as an online game, it doesn't even necessarily need to be rated. From what we've seen so far, it would probably be rated E. It might be rated teen, but yeah, we definitely don't want it to go above that. Any plans to tag templates and be able to filter by them? Absolutely. Yeah, we're definitely doing that. Definitely doing that. It's coming in. It's coming in for sure, fairly soon, I think. Will props be single dimension scalable? No, I actually asked Dave about that the other day, and he pretty much just said no, he doesn't want to do it. primarily because it's just going to make things look really weird. And if you want to build like weird stuff that has funky proportions, you can just do it with the voxels. So that's kind of what we're thinking right now. Let's see. Yeah, and thanks for following. And if you guys want to, definitely follow me here and follow me on Twitter. You can ask questions there as well. Let's see. With caves, are we going to see large caverns with bottomless pits? Will we be able to set a claim underground? Well, bottomless is really tricky in a procedurally generated world. We'll probably see some caves that have very, very deep pits, but there is going to be a bottom to the world. Will you be able to set a claim underground? Well, right now you can set a claim a little bit underground. And we're still kind of debating what it would do to the world if you could actually just put a claim wherever you want, right? And that's one of the tricky things, too, is we kind of want people to understand where everyone's claims are. We don't want them super hiding claims from each other. So, yeah, so we're not sure. Right now, I think it's mostly on the, you're not going to be able to put them way, way underground in places no one else is going to be able to find. But definitely, you have some ability to put them underground already. Hey, Fox Knight, how you doing? And yeah, trying to catch up with the chat. Apologies. Like I said, I try. People ask really good questions in this chat, and I think it's really. I want to pay people the respect of actually answering questions, not just saying like yes or no or whatever, right? Like if you're actually here asking questions in my stream, you really care about this stuff. So, apologies that I do get a little bit behind. Prove that Knife Juggler isn't your favorite card. Oh, I love Knife Juggler in Hearthstone. That card is so tremendously good. It's so good 8 different ways. It's definitely one of my favorite cards. Streamer Hunger Games. Yeah, Ara. It should definitely happen. And, I mean, we've actually talked about it fairly seriously internally, whether it's something we want to engineer, whether it's something that people will just do on their own. I mean, people are going to do it on their own no matter what. Like, you see it exists in Minecraft already. And it's, I don't think, super, super hard to actually create that sort of thing. We're really excited about it. I want to make traps. Will future Landmark tools let us do that? Absolutely, Icy Hot. We've been talking about that. I'm so excited for the kinds of traps, the sort of interactions that we're planning, like springboards, like pits, things like that, to really facilitate that kind of gameplay. Almost things where it would help you make like a platformer, like in level design. Is a hat the next giveaway? No comment, Gemma. Will Landmark loot items be added to Legends of Norath? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm really not sure about that. If I had to guess right now, I would say no. But yeah, it's not decided. How much policing is SOE going to do with Player Studio for templates? Are you going to allow everyone to put almost anything on there, or are you going to only allow really good things to be sold? So we're still working on the system, but what we're looking at is, potentially having like a very small listing fee so that people only put up things that are actually good, right? The same way that eBay does it, just to keep the spam out. And that I think would really help with that, because yeah, I mean, the other piece of this is like with Player Studio, the way that we have it set up now, we don't do like everything is approved by an art director, right? Which means like Trammell is looking at every single piece, sometimes multiple times before it goes onto Player Studio. We don't want to have to do that for all the templates because there's going to be so much more stuff submitted through through Landmark than ever has been through the other games. So, part of it is we want to make sure that the ratings and review systems are really good so that people can help us do that sort of review themselves. And then we just want to create some mechanics where people don't go nuts submitting like a bajillion different things and then making the store functionally worthless. Elohim says, "Let's play some Hearthstone, you bastard." Yeah, that's a good decision. Let me get to the bottom of the chat and we'll do that. Also, hey Elohim. Elohim is a streamer. He's a little bit bigger than me. I think he has maybe 3 or 4 more followers than I do. But no, he's awesome. Elohim and Co are actually pretty good friends. Elohim came to our event at PAX, and he's a pretty awesome dude. And I've been getting to know him. He sent me over some pretty cool decks. Oh, and now he's just trolling, huh? Can't we play some Hearthstone? Be careful, man. You're gonna get timed out. My mods are heartless. But definitely follow Elohim if you're not. He's really entertaining. He plays like an interesting section of games. I popped in yesterday or the day before, and he was playing FTL, which is another game that I would love to stream too. I really enjoy that game. Oh my God! I think I'm at the bottom of the. I'm at the bottom, guys. I'm at the bottom of the chat. How did that happen? Almost. All right. Will my character be able to have an Omid beard style? I don't know what that means. It's probably fairly similar to something that already exists in there. Or do you mean having this like awesome spike on it? We can figure that out. Oh, congrats, Elohim. Having a girl. Are we going to PAX South? We don't know yet, Fox Knight. Not 100% sure. I would say probably. Very likely. It was just announced, so we haven't actually put the plan into place yet, but we're pretty excited for it. And we have the studio in Austin, so that'll be good. Certainly some amount of SOE people will be there because it's so close for them. Was I back at the first fanfare in 2006? No, I actually have only been to the last 2 fanfares or SOE lives. I used to play a lot of EverQuest, and I used to play a lot of Swig, but I was never so into them that it made sense for the fanfare, and not at the times when they were going on either. Hey, Retina Burn, how you doing? Evan Shadow, no, I haven't got the new PC done yet. I've got it all built, but it won't turn on, so I'm sure I just missed something. So back to the drawing board. Yes, getting to the bottom of the stream is definitely a drink, Ara. And it's also an opportunity for me to maybe play a game. Yeah. Have a good day, Candors. You too, Phantasms. Thanks for coming by. Oh, Cody, what are you drinking? What was my favorite class in EQ1? I'm kind of a necro person. Played a lot of that. I actually didn't experiment around too much in EQ1, but Poro says, have you heard about the aquarium we're building? Yeah, I actually popped by while you were building an octopus yesterday, I think. It looks pretty cool. Did I plug it in? Well, that slowed me down a little bit, Crawley, because I forgot to buy a power cord for it. But I have that now, and I have plugged it in. Yeah, I do play games. Will I be at QuakeCon? Probably not. We don't generally go to QuakeCon. But, I don't know. Will the voxel size ever get smaller? Probably not. I mean, the micro voxels exist, so we've got them, but I doubt we're actually going to make a smaller voxel size. What about the goat story? Oh man, that's a rough story. Okay, let me. I'm gonna actually start playing some Hearthstone here, and so here are my quests. I really could use a warrior game. I think I'm gonna play arena. See what we've got, and of course no warrior. What were my quests again? Rogue or paladin? Rogue. I'm gonna play Rogue, even though it's certainly not the strongest one. I would highly recommend that you pick the Paladin here. I actually just went 11-3 with a Hunter, but I'm gonna pick the Rogue and see if I can pick up some wins for my quests. All right, and so first pick here, I'm definitely gonna take the Stampeding Kodo because it's pretty amazing. Yeah, and so, okay, yeah, sure, Elohim, what's up? Oh, that's a great idea. I haven't ever had anyone else on the stream. I'm not sure how to do it. Can you talk me through how I get you on my stream? Because, yeah, I would definitely do that. Yeah, so Hearthstone is, I mean, it's a trading card game or a collectible card game. Oh, did you want to play Elohim? We could just fight. I can pull out of here and fight you and get crushed by you a few times. I don't think we're friends yet, are we? And anyone who likes can feel free to add me on Hearthstone as well. Let's see. Always plays Rogue, even in games that don't have Rogue. My very first Dungeons & Dragons character was a Rogue, and I've always had a special place in my heart for any sort of assassin class sort of thing. Yeah, let me see here if we can get... So if I do a Skype call, Elo, is everyone just going to be able to hear you? I mean, we can just do that. I just haven't actually done it on my own stream, and when we do it at work, we have professionals who handle all of the tech side of it. So I just haven't had an opportunity or a need to do it just yet. Yeah, and I do occasionally play people in the stream at Hearthstone. I played Cody, I played Wolf, both pretty awesome matchups if I remember correctly. But yeah, let's see. Elo Skype calls take a while. Be careful. Maybe, not a person you want on Skype. What's gonna happen? I'm getting scared now. Maybe, yeah, I know, Poro. I just haven't done much of this stuff yet, and no one likes me. No one has ever wanted to hang out with me on my stream before, so. Yeah, LIC. I basically need direction on what to do here to make this happen. Like, do you just Skype call me and then everyone can hear that, or do I need to set it up in OBS somehow? Yeah, sorry guys. Because it would be pretty fun to play some rounds and get crushed by him. I just haven't done it before. Need to share information for the other channel key. I don't even know what that means, EQN Knights. We can hear your computer sounds. So that means that if I just had him playing here, or just did like a Skype call with him, that we could hear that. Should we try that, Elo? And then I can see if maybe I can add add another scene that captures your window. Let's see. Okay, I got you. Elo is calling. I see a nice ad for BMWs if anyone needs a BMW. should probably put my headphones on to be able to hear. Alright, can you talk? Can I hear you? I don't hear you. I hear nothing. I just hear Hearthstone sounds. And now the call's over. Alright, how about, Ella, how about we just fight in the game? If you wanted, you could stream it from your side too, and then make fun of me to your fans. Alright, hang on. It's calling again. Hello? You hear me? I don't hear you. I hear nothing. I may just have some wonky setups and inputs and that sort of thing. Yeah, the headset is my default video device right now. But yeah, I don't hear anything. You guys can't hear him. I just heard Little John yell at me. But yeah, I don't hear anything from you, Adam. I've got... He says he can hear me. But yeah. No, I think we should probably just play. We should just probably play before this becomes a just a tech call. OBS tracking to mic input and should be tracking to stereo mix. Alright, I can take a look. Stereo mix. I don't even see that. Yeah. Calling again, but I don't think I hear you. Are you talking, Adam? I don't hear you. Yeah, I appreciate it, Adam, but let's get it done for the next stream. I don't want to bore people with that, but we can hook it up and figure it out. I mean, I'm sure it's really easy to figure out. It's just not going to be easy to do while everybody would rather see something else. But yeah, I absolutely would love to do this. Like, let's plan to do this for like next week or something like that. It sounds super fun. I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry. I'm sure it's 100% on my side. But so let me yeah, and like I said, I do really appreciate it. Does somebody want to play? Oh, I see Skylatron is here. I'm definitely going to challenge her to a fight. Skype audio is the same audio as your output for Hearthstone. Because I definitely want to beat up on Skylatron and trash talk her the whole time, because that'll be pretty fun. Yeah, and sorry about that, guys. I will definitely figure that out. I'm sure it's completely on my side, and I'm sure it's not hard to figure out. Just the sort of thing that that will take a few minutes. Okay, Cody, let's fight. Let's do it. Alright. So I could use one of Elohim's decks that he gave me. I think I will do that. Most of my decks are pretty terrible. This mid-range lock is the one that I built that I like, and does all right. It feels like it's just a little bit off. Elohim's like super aggressive lock deck is just incredibly good. I've been having a lot of fun just kind of tearing people up with it, but Yeah, I do really play this game. I used to work for Wizards of the Coast. Used to play Magic the Gathering a lot. So I am not too bad at these games. Let's see. He's playing a mage. Yeah, Elo just sent me a message that says, "No worries. I hate when stuff doesn't work on the stream. It stresses me out." I totally agree. And what kills me the most, right, is folks are here to to watch something cool happen, and you're so close to being able to make something cool happen, and then it just doesn't work out for whatever reason. What? And it's just such a bummer. All right, so we're playing Constructed, so he'll almost certainly be able to play a spell to 3-2 that guy up, or 2-3 that guy. So I think I'm just gonna play the Squire because I have the Sergeant here. Hey, Elandrian, how you doing? Oh, wow, that was noob. Yeah, that was probably one of the worst plays I've ever made in my entire life. So that's a little bit rough. But that's what happens when you're doing too many things at once. Don't let Elohim make you feel bad. I had to build his computer for him. Oh, he doesn't make me feel bad. That dude is a class act. It was really fun meeting him, and I've had a couple opportunities to just chat with him since then, and it's been a lot of fun. Like I said, I really have only been streaming a little bit. This is maybe my 7th or 8th stream total. And so yeah, I'm not really set up to do a lot of the cool stuff that the pros do. I still am trying to get everything configured for it. This is the first time anyone was like, "Hey, should hop on the stream." Absolutely, I should be configured for that. I'm just not. So, but I will be for next time, because that's how you learn, right? So let's see if I can recover from my early mistakes of not paying attention and come back here. Oh, that guy's annoying. Annoying in a very specific way. And I'm in kind of a weird situation here where what I really want is to play another knife juggler. Actually, I think I'm going to go really aggressive here and see... Oh, that was so stupid. Oh, that was lucky. It's really lucky that the random thing didn't hit him, because I want to kill this guy there and just get him off the board. And, oh, that was perfect, dropping the coin. And just, let's go super, super aggressive and see what happens. Well, thanks for coming by my stream, man. I do really appreciate it. Just started playing Hearthstone and playing Cody, who's one of my mods. We'll play some other folks. Maybe play some Arena, whatever. I have a few different decks that we could run through. I have a Miracle Rogue deck that I actually haven't really played yet, so I don't know how it works. So that might be entertaining. I'll probably lose a lot with it. Then I have Elohim gave me 2 hyper-aggressive decks, one of which I'm playing right now, and it's not going super duper well. And then, what do you call it? And then I have a deck of my own creation that's a mid-range Warlock deck, like a control deck, that I'm pretty pleased with, but it's not quite good enough. It's just not cohesive enough against the really, really aggressive decks. And yeah, I think I'm in a lot of trouble here because I think this game has pretty much gotten away from me while I wasn't paying attention. I'm probably gonna get flame struck here, but gotta play very aggressively and see if I can burn him down. The goat story. I'll get there, man. Oh, it's such a good story too. I can't remember how it came up last night. We were talking about goats. Have a good night, Crodex. Enjoy the Elder Scrolls. Um, let's see. Yeah, Calicor. I mean, we just play games, right? Like, we love games. You know, Hearthstone is a game. Like, we'll just play anything that we like on streams, and it's fun, right? Like, everyone at every company just play. Like, we all play each other's games. It's not a secret, and you know, Hearthstone is a great game. I actually randomly completely forgot for a while, but I worked on Hearthstone years and years and years ago, before it was Hearthstone. And it really like cracked me up when they announced it because I'd forgotten about it. And I was talking to a guy from Blizzard on the flight from San Diego out to Boston. And I was like, man, I'm really excited because we knew they were announcing something. Wow, that was a nice arcane missile. We knew they were announcing something, we just didn't know what. And you know, I'm sitting next to a guy from Blizzard who's worked on the announcement. Yeah, I'm so dead here. I have nothing in my hand. Oh, that's something. Let's see how this goes. But you know, obviously he wouldn't tell me what they were working on. But when they announced it the next day, I was like, oh my god, like I can't like, not only is that something that I was super excited about, but it was something that I had worked on. So weird. Haven't done my own deck building in Hearthstone, never played Magic, so I'm not good at this. Yeah, so are you just playing Arena, or are you just like playing with the constructed deck so far? Do you find for months and months there are no new games, then all of a sudden there are a half dozen or so you just want to play? Yeah, it absolutely used to feel that way, but I tell you, anymore, I'm not feeling that as much because there's actually like pretty decent like mobile games that kind of fill in the gaps for me, and so you know, I don't get stuck as often as I used to. Oh, come on, I need a decent card. I'm just getting like strung along, and then I'm gonna get pyroblasted. But yeah, not much I can do in this game. How good am I at Legends of Norath? I actually never really played Legends of Norath. I learned how to play, but I never got into it. I can't remember when it came out and when it was doing really well. I was working at Upper Deck, and so we had just tons and tons of our own games that needed playing, and so yeah, I never really had the time to put into it. Well, that's a good sign. I mean, he's got to have something. He's got to have something pretty juicy, or he's gonna get a lot of pressure put on him in the next turn. Really happy to see Mirror Image right there. And then really happy to see this because I got a lot of fat dudes. Not thrilled about that. But you know, that's, hey, one less fireball coming in my face. Now I'm in range to get taken out by Pyroblast, so I might as well, you know, acknowledge that. Tough. Yeah, gonna be a tough game for me to win, because I'm sure he's just gonna burn me out now. Yep. Not surprising. Oh, Skyla, you should play my wife. She actually is basically exactly in that same spot, and you know, she only like played a little bit of Magic, so you know, she just kind of knows what she's doing, but is really just learning and still unlocking the cards. And I think at the point where she wants to play other people, but definitely doesn't want to play me. All right, Elohim, did you want to play? Oh, you're playing. Cody, you want to have another? Let's do this again. I'll pay more attention, so maybe I won't lose as quickly. But first, more scotch. Let's see where to go. Actually, I'm going to have this Japanese scotch that Sergeant Stockus got for me a little while ago. This is really tasty. Ara's husband, when they both came over yesterday, we tried this one and he liked it a lot. Oh, that's a mighty aggressive hand. This is tough because like these three cards are all sort of finisher cards, and I'm not, I gotta get him down a little bit before finishing. I just hate to ship two of them back, but I will. We'll see how it goes. Oh yes, Mrs. Omid is Mrs. Omid. And she's not that bad. She's just learning. Let's see. All right. Oh, that's annoying. Well, that could have gone worse. I have pretty bad luck when it comes to arcane missiles hitting me, so looks like I lucked out here. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure what Cody's strategy is, which makes this a little harder. That was great. That was exactly what I wanted to have happen. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are sort of like just learning how to play, or all right, I see the plan here. Definitely you can post your Blizzard IDs in the chat and find other people of similar skill level. That would be cool. Yeah, Vic, we were discussing earlier, not really sure when or if other races will come into the game, just because the second that we start releasing just the same races as are in EverQuest Next, then it starts to feel just like we're playing EverQuest Next, right? Well, maybe it's time for Leroy Jenkins. And we'll take out one of those guys just to make sure. And we'll see how this goes. I'm sure he's going to get fireballed. Since he's probably not going to be able to pop him. Yeah, it's funny. This game, the Hearthstone, uses a lot of art from the World of Warcraft TCG from Upper Deck. This Leroy Jenkins piece is one of those that we got from Gabe and Tycho at Penny Arcade. They did that one. Wouldn't Landmark be a great way to test stuff that's going into next? Yeah, absolutely. The tricky thing is, and we're definitely doing that, but there's a balance between, how much of that to do versus at what point does it become too much, and are we just what do you call it? Just making EverQuest next, right? And I think that's the primary concern. So this game is tough for me because he has so much burn that I'm really worried about just getting burned out here. So I just have to be super, super aggressive and hope for the best. Have a good night, EQN Night. Yeah, and here's where things start to get ugly when he can just pause turns on me and take his time. And I don't want to play the Flame Imp because it puts me into Pyroblast range, but maybe I just have to. Yeah, maybe I have to not worry about that. I just have to either kill him or be killed. Races don't necessarily need to have abilities tied to them. Character creation that allows short, stocky people, and players can call them dwarves. Yeah, I mean, definitely just adding flexibility to the character creation is one way to do it. But we were thinking about just taking all the races that would eventually go into next and putting them into Landmark, and now we're sort of debating that as well. Yeah, Indian Feather, you do need to be a little more creative than that to get the information out of me. But nice try. What about allowing EQ Next races only on the EQ Next server? That's pretty reasonable. What did I actually do in the Hearthstone development? Well, I didn't really do anything in it. I was working at Upper Deck when we were working on the WoW trading card game, and obviously we said, "Oh man, I'm so close, so close." We said that we should have what do you call it? A digital version of the WoW TCG for. Oh, and I should almost certainly do this because I wasn't the right guy. I shouldn't have done that right now. I just get fireballed. I'm an idiot. It's so hard to play Hearthstone well while you're doing other stuff. But yeah, we said we should definitely have a digital version to compete with Magic Online. And obviously since it's Blizzard, maybe we should figure out how to get it into World of Warcraft or tie it to the game more closely. So we were just working on development of that as sort of like a secret project, and it didn't come to fruition for a number of reasons. And then that relationship sort of fell apart between the two companies, and I left. Like I quit working at Upper Deck, and just kind of forgot about it. Like didn't think about it anymore. So I mean, we had worked on some of the like core concept stuff for it, but that was really about it. Let's see, am I dead here? No. Yes. Yeah, I'm dead. That's annoying. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I'm not dead. Well, there is a very small chance that I can win this game. 25%. I need this guy to shoot him, and he didn't. So yeah, so close. But yeah, much harder to play this game well while you're doing other stuff. Character models are going to have to adhere to similar hitboxes. Yeah, absolutely. We can't have hitboxes that work differently. And Cody, I'm gonna play Elohim now.